everyone, welcome to Migueli's studio. My name's Lisa and this afternoon I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy little drawstring bag that you can make for your mum for Mother's Day or for other gifts. Now what you need to make this bag, you need a lining fabric and you need an outer fabric. Now they just need to be the same width and 2 inches apart. Now for those of you that like exact measurements, the lining in this case is 22 by 11 inches and the outer piece is 18 by 11 inches. Place the two with one on top of the other. You've got your lining fabric, then your 2 layers of your outer fabric on top of each other. Now, if you want to put some little decorations and things like that on your bag, the best time to do it is actually before we start any sewing. So when you've got your piece, your outside piece together, you can see where the base is going to be. You can add some hexagons across that. You could add a little bit of lace, hang on. So add a little bit of lace to your bag, decorate that however you like. For the demonstration, I'm not going to be doing any decorating because it's much easier not to. Okay, so now you've got your right sides of your bag together. Now I've marked 2 little points here because that's where I need to leave it open for my drawstring on both sides. I've also ironed the bottom over approximately 1/2 inch. And you'll see why that's important in a few minutes. So now all I need to do is I need to sew down each side, leaving it open on each side. So put my glasses on so I can see. And this top little bit, down to there and stop, cut your stitches. And then start again on the other side. Now the seam allowance on this little bag, it can be the width of the foot, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure you've got your 4 layers all lined up together. Down to the bottom, cut your stitches, and then we're going to go around to the other side, same thing again, and go all the way along. I should have my machine setting so it automatically reverses, shouldn't I? That would be a good thing. Go up to that little part, leave it open, cut your stitches. And then do the other side. So I've got 2 little holes on each edge. Now what I need to do is I just need to trim the seam just below where that edge is on each side because I need to free up this seam so I can leave it open. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get my glue pen and I'm going to fold that seam over that edge. Same with the other side. That's just to hold it, just to make it a little bit easier for when you're threading your drawstring through. Same on the back side. Just frees up that seam. Back to there. So I've done all 4. Now, this is the tricky part. I'm going to take my outside fabric, go in between the middle of it and flip that around the other outside fabric. And then I'll put my hand in the middle of the lining and you'll pop out. There's one little bag with your lining in the middle. Now what we need to do is we need to stitch this area down, tack that down. So we're going to go back to our machine and we're just going to go just around, just holding the top edge of the outer fabric and stitch it to the lining fabric. Just makes it a little bit easier for the next stage. So go all the way around, back to the beginning. We'll cut our threads. And now that fold line that we did earlier, fold your fabric over that line. Make sure it's a nice straight fold. Keeping those end seams open and then fold that down over your outside fabric. So if you can fold that evenly all the way around, just flip it over and make sure that it's sitting there straight. Just give it a little press. You can put a couple of pins in that if you like. Generally, if you've got brand new fabric, you don't need to be able to do that. Then come back to your machine and you can see how your little hole is nicely in the middle. And what we're going to do, we're going to top stitch all the way around and try and keep that even as possible and covering up our outer fabric. Now, we're going to put our cord in. I like to use this rat tail cord that I get from Birch Haberdashery. And you need to have 4 times the width of your bag. So you need 2 lengths that are go around each section. And when I put these in, I use one of my loop bars from Clover. And I thread 2 around to one side. When I get around to one side, I leave one that's short, and then I thread the other one all the way around this way, because you want to have your 2 tags coming out each end. Unflip that, tie those 2 ends together evenly, and you can make adjustments and make them the same length when you get it all done. Back into your loop bar. This time make sure it's going the opposite way. So it is going around your bag. Back to the other side. Get your 2 ends together. Hold your thumb in there and to stretch it out. There's one drawstring bag. Now there's one more thing you can do to these little bags if you want to make them and box out the bottom. See how you've got your rectangle like that? What you can do is you can take your bottom of your bag, put it wrong side out, and then you can sew across the bottom. So I sew approximately where it's about we're going to be 2 inches across. Now this is optional doing this, and you don't have to cut it off. You can just sew straight across the bottom and just make sure it's approximately even. You can measure it if you like. I've done it hundreds of times, so I just know approximately where it is. So now what I've done is I've got a little paper bag bottom on my bag and one complete little drawstring bag. There you go. Happy sewing, everyone, and I really hope you give me a thumbs up on my video. I've been told that I need to say that. And follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and if you've got any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. Happy sewing. Bye.